what are some of the most fascinating case studies that you've done, or most amazing results that you've achieved with singing bowls, sound waves, and healing?
Okay, so this is fun. So I was selling my house and I was having not issues with it, but I just knew that I needed to get it right. So I went in and did feng shui, right? Get everything right just on the feng shui interior side of things, cleared things out. But then I started doing the bowls, the sound waves in each room. And my real estate agent and we ended up selling my house full price cash within I mean, we were signed contract. We put it on the market that morning, and by that evening we were signed under contract, closed within 2 days
Wow.
with it being cash. So I mean, there's so many possibilities. And then on the spiritual side of things, one of the biggest jobs and the most fascinating jobs is a friend said her friend was having issues with her new little store she opened up. It was a they served food, they had, arts and crafts type aspects to it. And it was a building that had been built in like the 1400s. It looked like a Western building, you're the typical front, and there's where you can not pull your horse up, ride your horse up, tie it around. And she was having a lot of issues. So when I went to, I started feeling it. And before I even left, I kept hearing, "Thank you. We're so glad that you're coming." And I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm coming too. I really don't know what this means quite yet, but okay. And so when I went to her space, I started walking through it and asking her some questions. And then I set up this portal, and there were spirits. And I explained it to her like this, like it was a homeless shelter for spirits. It hadn't been activated in so long. So it was a ground where they were all hanging out, per se, right? So I set up this portal, and spirits just went through this portal to leave. They were earthbound, they weren't here to harm us. They just never fully transitioned over into the other realm. And for 30 minutes, they just lined up and transition. So then we went to her house, and there was 3 homes and a garden and a greenhouse. So then we worked on her facility there as well. And it just opened up to where her business started booming. She wasn't having the interferences. So a lot of times it's not just a physical aspect that's interfering, it's a spiritual aspect that is interfering with you moving forward with yourself, with your business, with lots of aspects of it, right? So it cleared it so that she was able to run her business successfully, and the customers started coming in more often, because even though the human self doesn't understand or know, there's times you'll turn away from places not understanding why you're doing it, not knowing that, hey, that was a hub for a bunch of spirits, So it's very fascinating work. It can go from the 3D, the real physical side of things, and deep into the spiritual side of aspects of the work I do.